Hello everybody and welcome back to another video with Electric Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just that spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, guys, obviously I am not playing games as I never do, especially when it comes to these topics. I need y'all to understand being as unrealistic as you can possibly be is everything that I want you to be. And I don't mean this in a way where you are leading yourself on, feeling like you're being unrealistic or giving yourself false hope of things that you know that you deserve. That's not the point, okay? At all. The point here that I am getting at is the fact that every single thing that you want, it does require a bit of you being unrealistic in the eyes of the limited people in this reality, right? So there's some things that you say, I want to do this, I want to do that. You tell your parents, you tell your aunt, your uncle, whatever. Usually parents, right? Or grandparents, or even siblings, cousins, whatever. And they tell you that you're being hella unrealistic. They remind you and tell you that there are too many factors in the way, there's too many things holding you back from doing that, but how are you going to do it? But how are you going to find the time, the money, the resources, whatever. It doesn't matter at all. But the whole point is that you've heard it all before. And these things have hindered your confidence in the past, especially because you are such a big dreamer. You are somebody who dreams so big when it comes to you manifesting everything that you want. You know, there's no hesitation between you dreaming as big as can be and you doing what you have to do to achieve these goals. Now, the whole thing here is that because you've heard so much by either, again, people in your life or just from this world overall, that it is unrealistic for you to assume so big meaning that you're dreaming as big as can be. These people, it's not that they want you to, it's just that they were so comfortable in their own realities to just sit back and let life be very settled, meaning that they settled a lot in life, okay? So they let their life be settled like that, whatever it is, that's their problem. Just because these people in their realities had experienced such limited kind of thought processes, beliefs, even circumstances that they were not willing to work past. I need you all to understand that, again, that is not your problem. What they are telling you is just a projection of how they feel about themselves, which is completely fine. It's still their problem though. You understand, it's not your problem. So what I want you to do is I want you to get up and I want you to remember the dream that you had maybe since you were a child. Maybe you plotted this dream up last week, today it came to you in a dream, whatever it is. But all of it, I want you to hold it very close to you. And I want you to remember that every single thing that you're saying that you do have right now, every single thing that you aspire to be, that you already are, because every single thing that you aspire to be, you again already are, that these are all things that are already done in your very highest favor. And just like that, guys, you see how simple that was for me to manifest for you right there. The most unrealistic things, I just told you that they were done for you. Now the only thing that you have to do now is to believe me on that. Whatever it is that you are saying that you have, you actually do have it. Every single thing that you have manifested, it has already manifested for you. Every single thing that you have decided on, these things are done for you. And you believing anything less or different is exactly what's keeping you from having these things. But in reality, you're not going to do that because you know that in your reality, being as unrealistic as can be is the only realistic for you. So I don't even call it being unrealistic. That's not what this is about, okay? It's not about being unrealistic, actually. It's about being realistic to yourself, even if that looks absolutely unrealistic to the whole other world beside you. It doesn't matter. This is not anything that you have to be falling victim to where you believe what you're hearing. You don't need to believe any of that stuff. Do y'all see what I'm saying right here? The simplicity behind this. You do not have to believe anything that you do not want to believe, especially when it comes to your own limits in your reality, because believe me when I say that this world, this universe has a very funny and very special way of coming up and manifesting everything for you according to however it is that you want to put it down. It doesn't even matter how it happens. The whole fact of the matter is that it's happening because you are claiming that it is, and that is it. And you see right then and there, I mean, isn't that such a beautiful thing to hold in your heart and in your chest and in the knowing? It absolutely is, because for myself, I've done a lot of things that are deemed unrealistic, you know, especially when it comes to realistic matters such as age, such as where you're located, such as circumstances, opportunities, things like that. Every single thing in this reality, they are all easily able to have if you allow them to be that way. I promise you, your age, your race, your whatever, your location, anything, nothing, none of it. You do not have any factors here that are keeping you from being as great as you can possibly be. I promise you, the only limit is what you believe is a limit within your mind, but it does not have to be a limit within your reality. And I can't even give y'all an example because there's honestly too many things, but I will come up with one for you. So let's say, for example, right here, okay, let's say that something very unrealistic happens to this one person, unrealistic again in the eyes of those around them. Maybe they are in a family in which everyone in that family is super limited. They cannot believe that you can actually be successful without maybe selling your soul to school for like 20 years, maybe doing other unfavorable things such as enduring long processes of mental pain, whatever, bro. It can be anything. I'm just telling y'all examples as to what actually happens in some people's lives. There are people out here who do feed these kind of limiting beliefs, you know, who even want to make other people feel as afraid as they feel because they don't believe that these people can, but that's not the point. The point is that here, when you have made a decision for yourself, okay, and within this example, you've made the decision to become a huge movie star, and you are somebody who lives in a very small town in a random state. You live in this random state in a very small town. There are no such thing as agencies around you, modeling opportunities, acting opportunities, singing opportunities. All the stuff that has to do with the entertainment industry is not really anything that you can get your hands on because realistically and logically, it's not really anywhere in sight. All right, well, who really cares about that? Because what happens? One day you're scrolling online and you see that there is an authentic, and I mean authentic because there's a lot of fake little pop-up stuff that say, come to our audition, and you know, it's a little scandal in between, so just be careful, guys, I'm just saying. But no, okay, so this person, she finds a little opportunity online, and oh my god, it looks like everyone and their mom is going to this opportunity, like they're gonna go and try out for this thing so that they can have an agent. You know, they're the new talent, they want to show their abilities out into the world, and really intending, manifesting that this one agent picks this one person, which would be the person who is looking at this audition and saying, damn, I want to be that person. Okay, so you've made a decision now, you want to be that person. You want to be the person who becomes the biggest movie star, right? So you need an agent to represent you. You do this audition because guess what? Turns out you don't even have to travel to where it's being held. In LA, you don't have to go there, okay? Even if you live on the other side of the US and you can't even go to Cali if you wanted to, right? Realistically, you can't even do that, right? Okay. It doesn't matter because guess what? You can actually upload this online, all right? So you're gonna send in a really good video of you sobbing, of you laughing, of you fake arguing, of you fake being thrilled, fake being scared, fake being as happy as can be, all right, for this agent, okay? So you've done the whole thing in your small little living room, but you have a big goal in mind, okay? And you're not letting down for anything. You're not gonna sit here and say, oh, I can't do this and I have to do this other stuff and it's very unrealistic that I will get it. I'm really intending I do, but I don't know if I will. These are not the thoughts that are going through your head. Instead, what is going through your head is, wow, I am the luckiest person in this entire universe because right here, right now, I'm getting chosen for this because I already have an agent here. I am literally auditioning for the agent that I already know and am with, and I'm extremely excited to see where things go from here because next thing you know, I am definitely the biggest movie star on the planet. I am destined for this because this is exactly where I'm headed because I am already there. You see how confident that sounds, how good it feels to tell yourself things like this because you know that they are literally the truth for you. You're not telling yourself these things and letting yourself feel like, oh, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I really still don't know. I'm trying to convince myself. Don't try to convince yourself of anything. Allow yourself to just naturally believe in the way of the world by remembering things like this happening because there are so many things in this world that do happen this way. There are things in this world that happen that people would think is the craziest, most unrealistic BS that could have ever happened to a person and you just got lucky. There is no such thing as that. I'm not saying that there's no such thing as luck. I do believe in luck. I just don't believe that, like, luck is the reason for these things. You know, it's not like you're lucky. It's literally that you're destined to be blessed this way. So just like that, because you have decided on being as blessed as this, wow, oh my God. Okay, so you sent in the audition tape and you're so confident still, even if you have a little bit of fear, you know, like 2% fear right there, whatever. Feel how you feel and it is okay. You don't have to try to convince yourself that you're not afraid. If you are a little bit afraid, I think honestly it might be a little bit better that you admit to yourself how you actually feel so that later on you don't blow up in your head if you do feel so afraid. But even then you still have this confidence embedded behind the fear that you think that you feel. So you're not actually really afraid. Maybe what's happening here is that you feel so afraid because you know that you're gonna get picked because you're like, oh my God, this is actually happening for me. Yeah, it is. So take it on with grace, all right? So then as you continue, you send in the audition tape like I stated, and then the agent receives it. Okay, so you're waiting a few days. You haven't heard anything back, but you just know, and it doesn't matter. My agent already saw my video. They already decided on me. I'm gonna get this call very soon. You are confident in this. You know this, okay? And your mom's calling you crazy. Keep in mind, your siblings are like, you are literally insane. You think you're gonna be famous? Like, you think that this agent's actually gonna see your audition tape out of all of the audition tapes that were sent in? And you say, yeah, I know that for sure. Like, the fuck? They try to convince you differently and you just ignore them because it doesn't matter what they say. They're trying to limit you. They're trying to hinder you because they don't believe that that would ever happen for them. Like, they would ever get chosen. But unlike them, you are very confident in yourself and you understand that you can do these things. It doesn't matter what is shown in front of you. The best part about this is that you get to decide your successes in your highest favor. So just like that, a few days later, you get a call. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Who's this? Hello, we work with Star Agency, and we just wanted to tell you that we would like to represent you as an up-and-coming actress if you accept. Sounds great to me. It's a pleasure to work with you. Let's work everything out together. And just like that, my love, I'm not saying that the phone call will be that short. I'm sure there's hella more details that you should probably discuss. But the whole fact of the matter is, my love, guess what? You have gotten chosen, and now your siblings are saying, how the fuck did you do that? Your mom is saying, oh my God, is this for real? Am I gonna have to pay for the expenses? Nope, my agent got it. Everything got it. Everything's taken care of, okay? So there's no successes, and then there's a big fat wall, and it's like, oh, but you can only reach this point. So you got the audition, or you got discovered from your audition, but now you can't travel to the place. Absolutely not. Everything still works out regardless. So as you all can very easily see right here, there is only one thing standing in your way, and it is your own beliefs about what it is in this reality that is allowed to be accessed by you. If you let yourself be as unrealistic as you want to be, this world will show you exactly why you being unrealistic is the only way to go. So every single day, every single time, no matter what second it is of the day, every single thing that you decide on, you better remind yourself that it is all absolutely achievable. It doesn't matter if Ryan just broke up with his girlfriend last week and he's not ready to date because you think so, because you assume that Ryan's not ready to date. No, babe, Ryan is ready for you, okay? The real reason he broke up with his girlfriend is because he loves you. That's it. On the other hand, you think that you can't get this big ass job promotion because, wow, I mean, they gave out so many promotions last year. They're probably not going to do anything this year. And besides that, I've been a mediocre worker. My boss doesn't really like me. That's bullshit, because you know that you've worked your ass off, for one. And number two, your boss loves you. And number three, there are never enough promotions given out, babe. You get one, and your best friend, your best coworker friend gets one too. Exactly that. Let us start walking into life each and every single day with that mentality of understanding that there is nothing in this reality that could ever keep us from being as unrealistic as we want to be, because the unrealism that we have is everything that actually does end up manifesting, and then we become the success stories for everyone else to see in this entire world. Y'all do know, I know that y'all know, because you see the news, you see everything. Well, maybe not the news, but you've seen stories, I'm sure, more than positive. You've heard it from somebody in your family where there is a story out there of someone being extremely successful. How? It just happened. They got discovered. They showed up exactly how they were supposed to. They did what they had to do, meaning that they believed in themselves, and somehow all these opportunities came up for them. Yup, exactly that. You've heard it from someone, from something, and you thought to yourself, damn, how lucky are they? I mean, the chances that they got to do that is unbelievable. It is not unbelievable. There's nothing crazy about that. Oh my God, inspired. Let it raise you up as opposed to put you down, okay? It's not that they were the lucky ones and that you're not because you're over here settling for less than best. It's not the case. You can choose to go for the most high if you want, any single time that you want. There are no limitations within this reality unless or until you put yourself onto the pedestal of limitations, which would definitely be all the way down here. But you are radiating and residing all the way up here. Yup, past the camera, babe. Exactly that. There is nothing to be afraid of when it comes to your own power. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing for you to put down onto the floor and just say forget about it and just move on from it, unless you really want to do that. But please don't do that, especially if you know in your heart that you have so many things that you are manifesting at this time. Go all in and believe in yourself, please. Because if I believe in you this much, then you have no right to not believe in yourself just as much, if not especially more than that. You understand what I'm saying, okay? This is something that we are all working with together, okay? We're all in this together. We have that kind of mentality within us because we're meant to do something with it. We're not meant to sit here and be unsatisfied in a life where we are 110% meant to be satisfied in. Believe me, guys, you are saving yourself from so much pain by allowing yourself to just dream as big as you want to, because the people who are the happiest in this lifetime are the people who let themselves dream that big. And not even just that, they allow themselves to actually make that happen, because they always do. Every single person who makes it literally always does. And I'm not talking about entertainment industry only. I'm talking about literally everything. I'm talking about being happy in life, feeling beautiful, having as much money as they want, having the job that they want, literally being surrounded by people that love them so freaking much, who are extremely successful doctors, athletes, scientists, lawyers, teachers, literally everything, guys. Please remember what I'm saying here. I know that y'all will. I know that y'all do as well. Your limitless nature is what bumps you all the way up to the end of the finish line. Alongside that, a whole lot of people being inspired by that, as they rightfully should. Take this with you and do not play lightly with it. Be as unrealistic starting right now, okay? For the rest of your life, for the rest of eternity, I want to see that embodied in you, okay? Because you are that, and I promise you will be back and you will be telling me a lot of success stories that you have manifested as a result of you believing in yourself this much by being as unrealistic as they're telling you not to be. I don't think so. That's how I'm doing everything that I'm doing right now, by being unrealistic, because the realistic me would have said, I can't do that. It's too much for me. It's too this, it's too that. I don't think so. unrealistic me, though, understands that I am capable of everything, and that right there should be the only realistic thing for you. That is it, always. All right then, guys. Oh my goodness, that was so freaking fun to make, and just like that, I love you guys so much. You see, there's hearts right there because I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for watching so much. I will see y'all next Thursday for another video because y'all know I'm about to go in next week again. Every single chance that I get, it's always that. It's always on top of shit, and that right there is even unrealistic to me because in the past I would have said, I can't do that. I can't reach people. I can't help as many as I want to help, but I never actually truly thought that. You want to know why? Because it was embedded within me to know that being realistic in this reality means that I would help as many people as I want to help, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So exactly, I am living proof of that. I am your walking success story, and just like that, you will find your own. You will find the inspiration that you need to understand that you can be as unrealistic as you want to be, literally, and that will work out for you, because why wouldn't it? Okay then, don't play about that, and don't allow anyone to make you feel like you can sleep on that. You cannot. Stay wide awake always. Thank you. All right then, though, y'all, again, may God bless y'all always. Thank y'all so much for watching. May God bless y'all always. I cannot wait to speak to y'all very soon. Please take care, everyone. Do what you gotta do and be as unrealistic as can be, because that is the only way to be. Yes, it is. All right, angels. Bye. I really genuinely feel like the only thing that's unrealistic in this life is thinking that you can't do the things that you want to do and that you can't live your life the way that you want to be living it. I mean, hello. Hello. You are that walking success story. You are the limitless person in this reality who actually got the job done. That is why your family is now absolutely, utterly inspired. Everyone at school sees you and is like, holy shit, she actually did it. Yeah, you actually did. But you knew that. You knew that before anyone else did. So everyone who called you unrealistic all that time, and now they're inspired by someone who is as unrealistic as you. You want to know why? It's because you made that the only realistic thing that could ever happen to yourself and to everyone else that you know. You know, you're inspiring people around you by being as unrealistic as this. Unrealistic, that is, because you are the most realistic bitch out here. I love this for you. I love that for you. Please continue to be who you are. Remember this. Remember this, guys. Be who you are. Be exactly who you're meant to be. Be too much. If being too much is what it costs to be you, then be too much. Let them assume that you're too much. It doesn't matter. Okay, who cares about what these people think? You're always the one who comes out on top. I mean, realistically, in figure skating for myself, there are people who took a year to learn a scratch spin, and that's completely fine. But for myself, I didn't let that be unrealistic for me. Like, I wanted to realistically learn a scratch spin within a month's time. And just like that, it is done. I mean, even less than that, thankfully. Literally, thankfully, because I applied myself and because I believe in myself. And just like that, the most unrealistic shit, I can make it happen, so can you. So please, guys, let us continue in the most unrealistic way and fashion. That is the only place that I want to be. I don't really care about anything else or what anyone else has to say about it. It's our way or no way, and that's always it. That's the only way. May God bless y'all always, angels. Apply your unrealism to your entire reality and let yourself be as blessed as can be, because you are the most blessed, the most high, always that, never less, period. Come back to me when you've manifested that unrealistic thing, only the most realistic thing in the entire universe. Yes, it is, always indeed. I love y'all so much, my love. God bless y'all. Please take care, everyone. Peace out. Bye. It's a big ass plan. ASMR. Just kidding. Bye.